I'm just gonna adjust this. Hi, and welcome back again this Sunday for another Be Present with Me, which is a live, gently guided meditation as well as some talks. Now, I'm going to be changing the format a little bit this week because every Saturday moving forward, and I've already started yesterday, I do a energetic support and activation transmission for the collective. And from that space, I gather information about current collective energies. And I want to take this opportunity on Sundays when I do these guided meditation and this live transmission to speak about these things that I've seen in the collective. And then we'll proceed with some very basic talk about meditation, instructions, and the meditation part. So, as well, since it's live, so if you do have any questions, you can feel free to type them there, and as I read them, I can answer them the best of my abilities. Now, collective energies. What did I see yesterday in the collective? It's very interesting. I saw a solidifying our the base of our pyramid. And I guess it translates to some of us have been on a spiritual path for quite some times now. And perhaps we had to shift our way of thinking. We had to integrate new realities, introducing new practices and the likes. And again, like there was perhaps a lot of studying ancient religions or whatever it was, whatever the case was, it was a time of opening ourselves to spirituality. And from that space, it could be easy to think that, okay, like spirituality is the final destination. But what I saw, it is not. Essentially, what appeared to me is right now, some of us, I mean, just take what resonates, please, but it appears that some of us are in a stage where all of this spiritual stuff is solidifying, meaning that it was the base to actually introduce something else on top of it. So, spirituality again was not the final destination, it was just the basis to build on it. And what I saw in the collective energies in that regards is, oh, hi, thanks for joining. What I saw in the collective energy in that regard is where now that the spiritual foundation is there, it's going to start shifting in the way that the time that we've been consulting and integrating and doing all this work, now it's going to become more like muscle memory. Think of like driving a car where at first you need to learn, like, you have to remember everything, how to turn the blinker on, and like it's very mental at first and it feels like a lot. But over time and practice, it becomes second nature. So this is again what I said, the collective energies is now spirituality and all the tools that we develop are, oh, hi, Ryan. Thank you for joining today. Um, and sending much love to you as well. Wow, thank you guys. So yeah, essentially now it's like spirituality will go back into more of a subconscious space, and that's going to free up a lot of time and space to integrate something else. So I guess what I saw again in the collective is people now are going to be guided in a different direction. It could be that some of you now will be interacting with the scientific community and you never thought you would end up there, but here it is. So, but again, all of these talks and what you will be providing the scientific community with or contributing will still have a huge spiritual basis to it. But we just had to work on it and integrate it fully in order that so when we build on top of it, it doesn't collapses and we can move in our directions and where we wanted to go. Again, organically and also strongly, like firmly, and on good grounds. So that's what I saw in the collective energy. Maybe some of you will start making music, or perhaps if you were integrating a lot of spiritual concepts, maybe you know about the astral planes and maybe you know about the Akashic records, but it was all from a place of like kind of knowing and mental. But perhaps now you will start developing a natural ability to visit those places. So again, it's still an upgrade. And again, this is what I saw happening for some of us, maybe all of us, few of us, over the next few days, starting today and moving forward. So this is what I had in store as far as the collective energies go. Now to the meditation part. Um, I've been meditating for many, many, many years now, and I know the instructions seem so simple. We just close your eyes, focus on your breath, and then that's it, right? From my own personal experience is there can be some kind of pitfalls in that, and I want to take the time to cover at least one of them today before we head into the gently guided part of the meditation. So, okay, we think of meditation. And to be fully present with it is important. Meditation is not just something of the mind. It's not just about quieting the mind. It's meditation is a full on body. It's an embodied state. And we can have different experiences from there. And here's the thing. When we focus on our breath, and that's usually where the guidance is, like just focus on your breath. What I find is when we just solely focus on the breath, which is nice because it brings the awareness back towards the heart chakra, which is nice to get the prana, like, excess prana and back into our heart. But eventually, the focusing, hello, nice of joining. Thank you. Thank you for everyone saying hello. I really appreciate this. Thank you. So when we just focus on the breath, the thing is the breath is in two parts, right? You have an inhale and you have an exhale. And what I found personally is it gets systematics and it gets us trapped in the way that it's like number one, number two, one, two, one, two. Eventually, in meditations, there are ways to access the perpetual now. And when we access the perpetual now, it's almost like a whole Jedi consciousness that opens. And the reason that happens is it's an egoless state. At this point, we're just energy. But the way to get there is there cannot be no beginning or no end. There has to be pure presence without any distinction of any beginning and no end. Hey, what's my job and what's the topic? Hi, I'm a metaphysicist. I've been doing energy work for many years now. I've opened a huge Stargate here in Ecuador. And yeah, I help others on their journey. And I've been meditating for years. So right now on Sundays, I come in and I offer live guided meditation because at the end of the day, learning and fully being with ourselves is what opens the door to being with other things and also helping to self-regulate our nervous system and our emotions to help access other states of consciousness. So, in light of that, to go back to this meditative state, right? So, the ego loves a timeline. So, when we meditate and we focus on the breath, and there's a start and there's a finish, it's almost like it entraps ourselves on identity in it. The ego cannot live in a state of eternity of perpetual now. So What I'm getting at here is although it's nice when we meditate to focus on the breath, eventually we want to bring our awareness somewhere that is rooted in steadiness. And rooted is exactly what it is, it's the root chakra. I've had experiences that when I meditate and I feel the steadiness of my energy at the seat of where I'm sitting, like the root chakra, and from there I still breathe, but I focus my energy on the steadiness. It opens a brand new field because when we focus on the steadiness and the energy just is, we can start merging with our environment. I have instances where I was practicing exactly that, where I could feel beyond my physical body. And not only that, I could feel thunder and lightning squeezing this fabric of space-time itself a good 30 minutes before a good 30 seconds before it would happen. And I could feel the thunder and lightning traveling towards my ears, and then the actual lightning and the sound would come. But that's what happens when we really allow ourselves to relax into a state of perpetual now, where it dissolves the ego entirely. Then we can actually even dissolve our own sense of self into the fabric of space-time and start accessing other dimensions and the likes. Okay, what religions? I just want to take time to answer some of you guys' question. You say you're in a hurry. Um, you read what religions in general think about meditation? I don't know. I know like I grew up in a Christian household, if you say, like a Roman Catholic, and I heard some Christians say like they would demonize like meditation. They say it was a way for the devil to come in and mess with your thoughts. Meditation really comes from Eastern philosophies. Buddhism, I've attended Buddhist temples and Buddhist places where they would open their doors to the general public and teach meditation. It was amazing. And Hinduism is also huge into meditation. And I'm not exactly sure what other religions out there is. I don't know all of the religions. I just know for myself is after a diagnosis of post-traumatic stress disorder, I felt like meditation was something for me to integrate into my daily life to help manage my stress and anxiety. And over time, and calming all of these energies, it opened doors to other things. Because at the end of the day, um, the practice of calming one's nervous system and staying calm, whether it's to transcend the symptoms of PTSD, is the exact same muscle that keeps us calm when we start accessing altered state of consciousness, because that can be trippy for the mind as well. And then we get nervous and we take ourselves out of the experience. So having a calm, steady, nervous system, emotional body is not only great for inner peace, but this is what allows us to explore other states of consciousness and dimensions and the likes, and being able to stay in these states for a certain amount of time because we can actually manage our emotions and stay calm and steady and yeah, in peace with these experiences. So oh no, you express yourself really well. I don't know if I've answered your question, but yes. So that is about the works of it. So today again, we're going to be doing a guided meditation and gently guided. I don't talk to hear myself. I really want you to have an experience with yourself. So there will be plenty of quiet time for you to just have an experience, just an experience. And after that, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you. My name is Isabel, by the way, and thank you for joining me today. So first, if you're not already sitting in a comfortable position, whether you're sitting on a cushion or on a chair, we want our spine to be straight, not forced, still relaxed, but a straight spine. our hands can either be crossed and on top of our lap, or it can be resting on our knees, facing palms up or down, whatever feels for you. You could do a mudra too, if it speaks to you and you know about that. And then you can either keep your eyes open on a fixed object, or you can close your eyes. This is for you. Just do what feels right naturally for you. So from that space, now we know there is a world outside that can be demanding. But right now, for the next 10, 15 minutes, we gonna allow ourselves to just be present with what is, without any urge to respond or identify or label, just presence. And again, and just notice how we feel in our body, starting with our toes and our feet, our ankles, our calves, our knees, our legs, and our hips, and how we feel in our lower back, the base of our spine that's resting on the earth, moving up to our stomach in our lower back, and slightly up to our solar plexus, and then our lungs and our heart, and our shoulders, and to the tip of our fingers, and our hands, and our wrists, our forearms, and our elbows, our arms, and back to our shoulders, feeling our necks, and our face, and our head. We're just noticing and observing, bringing our vessel back in our awareness inside of our body. Now we'll bring our awareness into our breath. And we're going to use our breath to breathe to every single part of our body, in and out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, feeling your whole body. Exhale with your whole body. One more time. Inhale with whole body, and exhale with our whole body. And for the next little bit, let's see on your own how it feels like to breathe naturally with your whole body. Noticing how strong and sturdy our spine is, connecting with the earth, how supported we are with the earth, and allow our body to breathe in and out. If you notice your mind getting a little chatty, again, just no need to label or just observe and bring your awareness back into your breath and the base of your spine, your contact with the earth, feeling into its steadiness. You may hear sound all around you. N- No need to identify these sounds or try to locate them. Just allow these sounds to just blend. Gently breathing while we remain anchored into the earth through the base of our spine. And then we're gently going to be bringing our awareness. Maybe wiggle our fingers a little bit in our toes. Mm, Open your eyes when you're ready. About the Okay, so I'm gonna read some comments here. I don't know if you guys are still there. Um, where are the comments? I cannot see the comments anymore. It was a question and I want to answer it. Okay. Uh, I want to be able to read. Okay. Like connecting with yourself helps you connect with others easily. For example, right now, before evening, knowing you feel your energy, you get what I'm saying. Yeah, like, and that's the thing. The thing with meditation, like, I mean, some people go into meditation wanting to connect with the other worlds and beings and the likes. And yeah, like that's great on paper, but the reality of it is we need to be able to feel ourselves first. And if that's not even comfortable, we're not really going to get far with that. So it's really important to learn to sit with ourselves. It may seem boring at first because peace can come across as boring if we're used to chaos and the likes. But ultimately, yes, our ability to connect with ourselves is our ability to connect with others and others, people, beings, realities, and the likes, really. So at the end of the day, it's all about presence. And this is essentially why I do these live meditations, because I want to offer people an ability to connect with themselves and be present with me and themselves. So, thank you again for watching today. Again, very brief, but I hope to see you again next Sunday. Thank you.